morning, everybody. Welcome back to another vlog. I think today's Wednesday. I just wanted to show y'all like my college morning routine and kind of like a flip through of my notes and how I'm organizing my work, because I've been posting on this highlight that I have on Instagram. It's called Pre-Dental or Pre-Dent or something like that. And I post like my notes and stuff on that highlight because I am a pre-dental student. I just want to show y'all what my notes look like because I like looking at other people's notes, and I follow like hashtags of like pre-dental students, nursing students, A&P notes, which is like Anatomy and Physiology, because I just really enjoy looking at that. And I also got a request to show y'all how I take notes, so I'll be showing y'all just like a flip through of my notes today, and like I said, just my routine. Today is kind of like an unconventional day to do a routine or like a day in my life, because this morning actually did not start off the way that all my other mornings would. I usually wake up at 6 a.m. on the dot, 6 o'clock on the dot, and then I go to the track pretty much every morning, and I get there at about 6:20-ish. And then I usually do about 2 miles. I didn't do that this morning because I worked yesterday and I worked pretty late, and so I was tired, my body was really sore, and I have a lot of classwork to get done today, so I just thought that I would just skip that this morning and just wake up and kind of not do that, not run 2 miles this morning. So I slept in, and it's about I don't even know where my phone is, to be honest. So it's about like 8:30 in the morning, and okay, it's about 8:30 in the morning. Okay, so it's like 8:30 in the morning, and I'm about to go get some water, and then I'm also gonna go do some yoga out in the Florida room, because I love doing yoga out there and just stretching. I usually do that whenever I come back from running, but we already said we skipping the running today, so we're just gonna stretch because I'm really sore. First, I have to make up my bed, so you're gonna see me do that first real fast. Now that my bed is mostly made up, I forgot to take this off. This tag. I got all these pillows. This whole bedspread honestly is from Target. I'm pretty sure y'all saw this like in one of my previous vlogs, but I got that from Target. Something else that's new is that I kind of tried to set this bay window up over here, this area. So I just set my laptop up here because I was watching TV on it last night. And then I just have some books right here. This is the book that I'm currently reading. It's not for school or anything, but I'm just reading it for pleasure. Your Blues Ain't Like Mine by B.B. Moore Campbell. I'm really enjoying this book so far. I would really recommend it. It's kind of infuriating because it kind of parallels, you know what, no, I'm not gonna tell you. If you want to read it, then I highly recommend that you read it because I love it so far. And then I just have like my journal right here that I've started to write in every day, and then, you know, just some books. And then I have this vase with some flowers in it. These flowers are fake. I have this pillow here. This was a part of my old headboard, and I just set this here because at night, since I don't have a curtain, I like to just cover that a little bit because you can kind of see through at the bottom here, and I don't want my neighbors like peeping in on me at night, so I just keep that right there to cover that up. And then I just have my purse, my makeup bag, and then another purse back there. I still haven't found a place to put this stuff. Y'all know I had this hanging above my bed in my last room, but now I don't really know what to do with it. And I just have my long mirror. This is from my last room as well. I have a hat hanging up there. I hung this hat up on the wall. This is new. I got this really cute laundry basket hamper thing from I think it was Ross. And so that's where I put my clothes in. Still haven't taken the tag off of that yet though. And then that's just my closet. First of all, let me let the window up because you can't even see. I'm still gonna paint this. I don't know if I want to paint it gold or white. I'm not sure yet. I still wasn't able to get that tape off. I tried some of the methods that y'all were telling me and I couldn't get it. So I'm just gonna sand it down and I'm gonna paint it white. Just took the same 2 white pillars from my last room and then the glass, and I'm using this as my desk area right now. So it's kind of been working, but it's just really not big enough. I feel like I don't have enough storage in this room yet. But yeah, I just have my anatomy stuff. This is my slap cap, my schoolwork, water bottle, planner, all that stuff. Oh yeah, and my Himalayan salt lamp. I love it still. I'm gonna get my yoga mat. Got my water bottle, my water cup, and we're gonna go to the Florida room. I love it out here. I would do like a house tour, but honestly, my mom is talking about doing all these renovations, so some things are going to be changed anyway. But this is like one of my favorite rooms in the house. So beautiful. First of all, look at the beautiful brick in the background, and then second of all, look at the outside. Look at the backyard. I usually come in here, let all the windows up, and then I just set up my little mat and things in here. Since I'm still fairly new at this whole yoga thing, I like to do guided practices. I'm going to show y'all the one that I like to do, or one of the ones that I like to do. So it's just this 10-minute yoga flow, and then I always type in for beginners, you know, because I'm a beginner. But it's the one by Yoga with Bird. I like to do her 10-minute tension relief.
Welcome. This is a 10-minute yoga full body stretch to help release all the day's tension away.
Exactly what we need, y'all. So if you see any exposed flooring, my mom has already started to rip the flooring up, and I think today at 9:30 the floor guy or the bathroom guy or somebody's supposed to come. So let me hurry up because I don't want to be out here doing this whenever he gets here. I'm just gonna go ahead and play my video so that I can follow along. Okay, so now that that is done, I'm gonna take a shower, get dressed, put on a little bit of makeup, and get ready to start my schoolwork. The floor guy is supposed to be here in like 30 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and so that I can get ready before he gets here, because when he gets here I just want to be locked away in my room. So let's go do that. Okay, so now that I have taken a shower and I got dressed, do a focus, there we go. So I got dressed. This shirt is from Forever 21. It's not supposed to be off the shoulder like that. It's supposed to be like this, but I like it either way. These jeans are from Levi's. Y'all know I love these. They snatch me up. I'm just gonna put on like the tiniest bit of makeup. So this is my like everyday makeup bag, and the only thing that's in here is mascara and my entire collection of lipsticks and lip glosses, because lipsticks and lip gloss is like my favorite makeup product. I love to wear lipstick, so I'm just gonna choose my color for the day and put some mascara on, and that'll be it. I might do something different with my hair too. Okay, so I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do with my hair, so I just pulled it back into this good old handy dandy trusty, not dusty, I was about to say dusty, but it's not really dusty, this bun situation, because I didn't know what else to do, and the updo style that I wanted wasn't pulling through, wasn't coming through for me, so this is fine. I need to put these lipsticks back up. I got this bag from Target. It's so cute. It just says, "You were my cup of tea, but I drink champagne now." So the other night, I was about to throw away this little picture frame with the glass on it, but I saw on Pinterest that some people were using it as like a little whiteboard. So that's what I'm gonna do. Right here I just have like a quote. Up there I have my tea with my favorite poem written on it. I have some important due dates for my tests. I have the date of the week, and then I also write down like a little to-do list in this area. So today I only have 4 things on my to-do list, which is honestly good news, because the other day I was a mess and I had a lot. Inside of this little mason jar that I broke, I'm so mad that I broke it because I love this. I keep like my colored pens, and like what I really like about these is that it comes with a little eraser on either end for all of them, so you don't have to buy like a separate eraser. I'm just gonna go ahead and scratch off stretch on my to-do list because I did that today. I'm actually about to journal right now because I like to do that normally after my workout or before I start my schoolwork. It really just helps me to write down like my intentions for the day, or just write down whatever I'm feeling before I actually start with like my work. Okay, so it is around 10 o'clock and I'm about to start with my work. Normally I don't like to start any later than 11, but I'm on schedule today. In fact, I'm early because I didn't go running this morning. So this is my planner. I got this planner from Marshall's, I think, either Marshall's or Ross, and I have already written down like my assignments and stuff that are going to be due for this entire month. So this is my schedule. So yesterday I had my first anatomy and physiology test over chapters 1 and 2. I did really well on that test. Looking at this, I'm probably going to go ahead and start with my anatomy chapter 3 notes because there's a lot of them. I think it's like over 100 slides. So I'm going to start with that first. Well, actually, since I just finished chapter 1 and 2 for anatomy, I'm going to go ahead and show y'all my notes for those 2 units because I just figured why not, you know? These are my notes for chapter 1 for anatomy. As far as the way that I take notes, I normally like to write in pen if I'm not being really lazy. I like to just highlight the definition, and then I like to highlight or write in a different color the words that are really important to remember from that definition, so that if I'm just skimming through it, I know that anatomy, which is the definition, is what? Study of the structure. So I can just go anatomy, structure. Gross, large, surface, internal, microscopic, small. So I can just remember those little things. Cytology, I remember cells. Cyto, cells. Histology, tissue. Physiology, function. Principle of complementary is like functions will always be reflected in the structure. And then for my examples, I just did the same thing. So muscles can contract because why? Well, the function will always be reflected in the structure. So muscles can contract because they have contractile units. Blood is filtered because the kidney has filtration membranes. Highlight the definition and then write in a different color or highlight also what the main term or the main key point is for that definition. So like I said, the best examples I have is like anatomy equals structure, gross equals large, surface equals internal, microscopic equals small, so that kind of thing. And then over here I just have like all the organ systems, and these are just like basic definitions that I had to write down, so nothing special over here. And then over here, general life functions. So these are all 8 of the general life functions, and then I highlighted all of the necessary life functions, so that if I have a question over a test that's saying like, oh, well, what's the necessary life functions, I can just remember the ones that I starred, which is responsiveness, digestion, metabolism, excretion, reproduction, and growth. And then down here is just like the reasons why. So it takes me forever to do my notes because I'm the type of person that has to write down literally everything. I have to write down everything because to me, the art or the act of actually taking the notes and writing them in myself and taking time to use different colors to make certain things stand out, that's like a form of studying for me. I'm a auditory and visual learner, so for me, I remember like little pictures in my head. And if I remember, I don't know, just for example, this feedback loop right here. For example, since I took the time out to draw this, my brain will literally remember, okay, receptor was pink, and then I'll remember like the definition, control center was green, effector was red. Like I would remember this stuff. I don't know, just doing things in color just really helped me, and I can remember things like a picture in my mind. If you are a visual learner, I really recommend that you use colors because you will remember those colors and remember what term was under what color. Like I don't know, I remember that type of stuff. So that's the tip that I have for you, is to actually just really take your time and do the notes completely and do it thoroughly. It takes me about an hour to probably like 2 to 3 hours to do my notes, like no joke, but it's really worth it in the end for me. So I don't mind taking the time to do it. It just takes forever. And then like I said, so since I have color code the receptor, control center, and the effector up here, I did the same thing in the example. So this example is of a negative feedback loop, and the example is like somebody with high blood sugar. And so I remember receptors sense increased blood sugar, so the receptor is here, and then the receptor sends the message to the control center, which is green. Are you picking up what I'm throwing down? Or are you picking up what I'm laying down here? That's kind of my method to the madness. And then all of this is just like the same idea. These are orientation and direction, body planes, membranes, abdominal pelvic quadrants that I have here, and then the regions that I have right here. And then this is chapter 2, which was the chemistry portion, which honestly was super hard for me, but it's the same idea that I have here. I like to draw diagrams and stuff because that really helps me out. This identifying elements, like just making a color for everything. So everything that you see on this page that's orange has something to do with the protons. So in these diagrams and like right here, I have protons just in orange, and then the neutrons are blue, which I have in these diagrams, and then the electrons are green, which I also have here. And then these are just like 3 different elements and what their planetary model looks like. Yeah, y'all, that is how I take notes for school. Now if y'all would like for me to do a more detailed video, then just let me know, because I can do that. I also see that people do like study with me's like in real time, so the videos are like an hour long. So I set my camera up and I literally work, and then you can work with me and we can just take our notes and study for like hours if we wanted to. So if you are interested in that, then just let me know. Or if you want like a more detailed video on how I do certain things, just let me know. Again, I am a pre-dental student, so if you are a pre-nursing student or just pre-med in general, we can all kind of band together and give each other ideas on how to study and stuff, because this medical stuff, it's not for the weak, I tell you, it's not. So those were my anatomy notes, and then I also have like my chemistry notebook right here. Same kind of idea with chemistry. Same thing. The notes kind of almost look identical, honestly. But yeah, so that's chemistry notebook, that's anatomy. Let's see, another thing that I did, or that I do for anatomy, is take advantage of all of the like the notes and stuff that my teacher has and all of his suggestions, because my professor will literally say, oh, I recommend that you guys do this, but you know, you don't have to, like, it's not a requirement, but it's something that really helps, like, a lot. And he just kind of like blows it off, like he barely says anything about it. I really appreciate him for making these. These are just like worksheets that we actually had to turn in, but I printed them out. He has this stuff online, but I like to print it out and actually physically do stuff so that I can keep it with me. But this is what I really wanted to show y'all. I think that this is one of the reasons why I did really well on my test yesterday, is because I printed out these outlines. So my teacher posts like outlines that are corresponding to the chapter that we're doing. So this is just like an outline of the notes basically, and this is not a requirement, but he has it up on his page just in case some people want to print out the outline and stuff. And so I did that. It was extra work, but it really did help me out, y'all. Everything that's on this outline was on the test, so I was glad that I did this, because it really prevented me from overstudying. And then this was the chapter 2, the chemistry one. So again, y'all see these colors, I had this in my notes, so I remembered protons were orange, neutrons were blue, electrons were green, and I just remembered that, and I applied that to this too, so that whenever I'm looking back on this and my notes, everything will be the same and it won't be confusing for me. So yeah, I filled this out. Yes, it was extra work, but I'm telling y'all, I'm telling you, printing out outlines of the notes and actually doing them is a lifesaver, because everything on these outlines were on the test, and some things that were in the notes were not. This is also just something that I want to show y'all. So I have been taking like medical related classes since sophomore year in high school. So I got this from my anatomy and physiology teacher my junior year. This is just all of the word parts and word lists. We used to have quizzes over this stuff like every week. So I just kept this, and then the stuff that's highlighted is like the things that I used to struggle with. I kept this, and then I also kept, I have a binder of all of my like health science theory. I'm glad that I kept all this stuff. This was all of my notes for anatomy my junior year, and I kept every single unit. Like, I'm so glad that I did, because I can refer back to this stuff if I ever have trouble with things. I kept like the labs, and then also just like the worksheets, the study guides, all that stuff, because I knew that I would do something that related to the medical field one day. I wasn't really sure at the time, but yeah. So this is everything. It's really satisfying to just go back and look at this stuff, when really at the time that I was taking it, I was just annoyed, because it's a lot of work, but I'm glad that I kept all this stuff. Okay, but for today on the agenda is to do the chapter 3 notes for anatomy and phys. So I also went out yesterday and I printed out the chapter 3 outline. This isn't mandatory, but like I said, everything that's on these outlines, at least for the first test, everything that was on those 2 outlines was on the test. So I printed that out. Also printed out chapter 5 outline. The chapter 4, look at how thick this outline is. Like, excuse me, what's going on here? That's kind of concerning. All 3 of these chapters 3, 4, and 5, I have that test on the 22nd. So I need to go ahead and get started, because you know it takes me forever to take notes. Okay, so my music is still going in the background, but I just got cold, so I put on my Chloe and Halle merch. I'm honestly just about to change the battery to my camera and then set my camera back up over there. So I've been doing this for about 2 hours now, and this is all that I have so far. So I started doing my work around 10 o'clock in the morning, and it is now 4:15-ish. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a long break right now. I'm tired, so I'm just gonna take like a couple hours to myself. I might start up again around 6, and I might do a couple of more slides, but other than that, that's pretty much what my day looks like as a college student. I am in a hybrid course. I do my notes online, and then I go in to do my labs in person. I think that we start going to school in person on the 16th or the 12th. I think it's the 16th for me. So they have us split up into groups, group A and group B, based off of alphabetical order of your last name. Let me know what grade you're in, or if you're in college, what's your major. I'm really interested to know, so talk to me in the comments below. But for right now, I'll talk to y'all in my next video, and I'm out.
If you're doing what everyone else is doing, you're doing it wrong.